Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well today. You've just clicked on the Wild Acorns Art Studio channel. My name is Lisa Kester and I am the artist here. If you're new to the channel, if not, you know me. Anyway, I am painting a plate today. I'm going to use underglazes, Amaco Velvet Underglazes. And I was kind of, I was inspired by a painting that I did, gosh, a long time ago. I don't know when I did this, but something like that. So we'll see how it turns out. As you can see, it's storming out there. I was going to do a video earlier this week, and then I got busy outside in the garden and planting trees and bushes and mulching and playing in the garden, so I got distracted. I don't have any classes this week at their recreation center where I teach, so I thought, well, I'll play in the garden. But anyway, so I got distracted, and then I was going to do it yesterday, and my neighbors had a leaf blower guy out there, and he was blowing leaves from 8 a.m. until, I bet it was like 4 o'clock. I was like, oh my God. I thought I was going to go crazy. It's kind of like that. You think it'd be that white noise, but it's like, you know, like Chinese water torture. Anyway, I hope you guys, like I said, are doing well. It's late March here, and I'm just happy to see warm weather. I'm a summertime gal. I don't like the cold. I like to watch the snow come down, but I don't like it to be too cold. But yeah, you can see the trees blowing back there. Look at that. It's blowing like crazy. We're supposed to go to a party in about an hour, but I don't know. We'll have to figure out how to get Charlie in the cage. That's why my hair's all down, you know. It's not pulled up in a ponytail. This is as good as it gets. Anywhoosie, yeah, if you hear thunder, that's, yeah. I think there was tornado watches out for a while, but hopefully we don't have any. It's so windy. I hope no big branches blow down. But anyway, so this is my underglaze palette. It is an old bead box, and the dividers are all considered attached. When I first started, I glued them all in. There's a video on that. But then I since started buying the ones that are, someone said, Lisa, just buy the ones that are attached. I didn't know there were ones that were attached. But anyway, these are all my colors. Most of them are kind of custom colors, so I really can't tell you what color they are. But, you know, the names of them aren't important. What's important is you pick the colors you like and the glaze that you like for your drawing, your painting or glazing on your piece of pottery. Because we're not all going to be the same, right? So let's see here. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to put a light background on here. So I'm going to pick a soft yellow. Now the one thing about underglazes is, you know, when you paint them on, they look, you know, kind of pastel, not very bright. And then when you fire them, they're very bright. So I'm not real fond of that. I have, you know, I don't know. The ones that I do, I don't like the bright colors. I don't know. That's just me, but anyway, so let's see here. So I'm going to add this yellow here, and I'm going to add some white to it because I want it to stay kind of pastel. I'm afraid if I don't, I'm going to end up with this bright yellow background, which I don't want. Plus, by adding some white, it makes it more opaque so that you can't see through. So let's see here. thanks for clicking on my channel and watching my videos. You guys are so good to me, all my followers. I appreciate you watching, and because mine aren't, you know, mine aren't as fancy as some people's. I just don't understand. I used to understand all that technology. I still like technology and learning it and stuff, but I'm just not very good at learning it. So let's see. So I'm going to put this on here first. And I think I'm going to add a touch of this orange, because I don't think I want it just plain. Could be screwing it all up, you know, but we'll see. And underglazes, you can, you know, paint them on pretty much just like acrylics or watercolors, except you do have to remember that if you don't have anything you don't have 3 layers of, there's a good chance of it burning out in the kiln, especially when you're high firing. I fired a cone 5. Lately I've been doing a 20-minute hold, and that is to ensure that some glazes that need to develop, have a chance to do that. It also really keeps the pinholes. You don't have pinholes, so pinholes are those pesky little holes you get in the glaze. And, you know, doing a hold, it just holds it at that high temperature for a while and gives the glaze a chance to heal back over those I want to say pock marks. I know there's a name for them and I can't think of it. But you know, sometimes at the high temperature you get the organic gases coming out of the clay, and they leave craters, you know, in your glazes. Then if your kiln cools too fast, then your glazes are cooling down and healing over before the glaze has a chance to heal over the pock marks or the pinholes. So it's always a good idea to do a hold on your glaze firing. So you slow down that cooling period at the top of your firing program. So, you know, yeah, so when you know, are firing to a cone, I fire to a cone 5, and so then with a 20-minute hold at the top temperature, it's really probably close to a 5.5. Now, I did a test with some spectrum glazes I got. They got some new Amaco glazes and underglazes, and there was one a hot pink, which I was really excited about. Now, the test I did on the hot pink, and there was a hot pink, a English rose, violet, something else, and the violet stayed good, the hot pink, and then the English rose burnt out completely. The hot pink didn't turn very hot pink. And there was another pink too, but they didn't turn out too good. But I did fire to cone 6, so I'm going to redo another test before I do a video on it, and see if a cone 5 is slightly cooler, and if that will help. So I just realized that this color in this painting that I'm looking at is hot pink, so I'm going to have to come up with something different there. Okay, so let's see here. I'm going to start out with the dark blue first. And sometimes I add a little bit of water to these. Like if I know I'm going to be away from this for more than a month, I'll lightly spray some of them and then they'll be good when I come back. Now, for some reason the greens get watery, so I don't spray those at all. I don't know what's up with those two colors. This orange sometimes gets a little watery, but the rest of them all kind of dry out like they kind of should, you know. Let's see here. This might not be quite watery enough. I'm going to quick dab into this other lighter blue. It's a little bit drier than what I want, so I'm going to spray those two underglazes with a little bit of water. Let's see if you can lower you down a little bit. Gotta be careful my phone doesn't pop out of here like the last time. Ah, goodness. Yeah, let's move this up a little bit. There we go. Okay. Well, that rain is really coming down. I don't know if you guys can hear that. So I'm going to stir these up. I'm going to get the dark blue on here. So when you're making your flowers, be careful that you don't make them all the same size. If they're all different sizes, it makes it a little more interesting. And well, I guess there's one going there too. I wasn't really planning on putting one there, but what the heck, right? I think I make this one a little bit bigger because, like I said, I don't want them all the same size. And so when I'm done with this, I will put a clear over the top. I will put a Amaco, either a Amaco, what's the name of that? Shoot. Amaco Clear or the HF9 Amaco Clear. Glossy clear. Those are my favorites. Let's see here. I'm going to put some on this plate here. It's going on like chalk, I guess, because I'm putting it on top of another color. This color here I'm using now is a lighter blue, and it was the color of the medium blue, but I just added white to it and made another tray for it. So now I think I'm going to add, let me get my paper towel over here. Get some white. I'm going to mix it in with the blue over here. Add a little bit of water. And a little bit of more white. With underglazes, it's pretty much what you see is what you get, except they're darker and glossy if you put the clear over them. But you have to put the clear over them if you want them to be food safe. Now, when I painted a bunch of red birds for the backyard, I did not add a gloss to them, and they've been holding up fine outside. I do bring them inside in the winter, though. So, I mean, you know, I've got, you know how it is. You take all the misfits, the imperfect ones, and those are the ones you usually keep. But I've got, you know, a bunch of fish and things outside of my garden, and, you know, I just leave them out there. But they don't last past the winter. Well, they crack up after one winter, and then about 3 winters later, they're pretty much shot. So I should, you know, I'm going to put a touch of purple, more like a lavender on the outside to kind of just darken it. And like I said, I'm not doing 3 coats, so whether or not it'll show up, I don't know for sure. Trying to think of another color that I can add on here, but I think I'm going to leave those go for now. Let me have to make up some pink. Do the best I can here to make some hot pink. So I'm adding red. And I'm going to add a touch of this violet. See if I can't make my own hot pink. Hot pink, a good hot pink is hard to find. And thanks to Jan from Canada, she turned me on to Spectrum's hot pink. But I don't think it likes being fired too hot. So we'll see. When I do my other test. Because like I said, the one plate burnt out completely. I hope you can hear me above the rain. So now this is looking more like a gray here. Let's see if you can see this. That's the only problem with my studio. It gets very dark if the sun's not out. I probably should have waited to do this till tomorrow when the sun comes out. I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow too. So that's going to be my pink. And when I'm done firing these, I will add on to the end of this video what they look like. I think I'm going to go ahead and post this probably tonight. But let's see here. Well, I think I'm going to put the flowers, the petals in first. I need to find, well, I guess this brush is okay. So this green, this is I think it's just a green. Just good old green. So I don't want just a solid green, so I'm going to take the green. And then I was buying chartreuse, but it was so watery that I was having problems with it, just turn into water. So I made one that's not quite chartreuse, but I'm going to add, so I've got the dark green, some green, regular, like a light green that I made, which is blue and yellow, of course. And then I'm going to add a little bit of white to it, and let me mix this up. I don't want a real dark green leaf, but I do want some contrast. I was going to try to be better about adding some white just to tone down the colors, because I really don't like the fluorescent. Some of them can really turn into like a fluorescent color, and I'm not really going for that look. I mean, it's fine if you're going for that, but so there we go. Same process as, if you're mixing acrylics or watercolors, if you guys do that. Okay, so I'm going to set that over here. Got that going. So now I'm going to put my leaves in. I've got some new brushes on order. These brushes, they're so stiff. Here's one here that I think is a little bit softer I'm going to use. I bought some really nice brushes for acrylics and to use for pottery, but they're so stiff that they almost rub the paint back off when you're putting it on. I don't like that. Oh, this one's nice. Now this one is a Martin's Touch. This is just a Hobby Lobby brush. A number 14 round. It's nice and soft. This is probably really for watercolor. And I'm going to show you an oolite again, because I know I've shown you guys before, but in case you're new to this channel. So when glazes sit around a while, the minerals in them form what they call oolites. Can you see that? That is an oolite. You do not want that in your glaze. Throw them away because they will not dissolve. I'm going to add a little bit of yellow to my green, just for some, make it a little interesting. They will not dissolve when they get fired. So if you see some little brown or little pebbles that are perfectly round, you don't want those. So now I will come back and go over these again to make sure that I have 3 coats on here. I'm really hoping this yellow, the more I look at it, the more I'm hoping it doesn't fire too bright. It's a little brighter than what I had intended. That rain is really coming down. You could use some rain, so it's not all bad as long as you don't get too much, right? I'm going to add a touch of blue to my green so I can get a little bit darker in some spots. Okay, so now this is the second coat. Does anybody have any shows coming up? I don't know how many shows I'm going to do this year. I probably will do one at my house the week before Mother's Day. But as far as shows at a fair, I hate to sign up for any because I'm considering getting a knee replacement, and I don't know when that's going to be. So I hate to sign up for something and then not be able to do it. That's what happened to me last year. I signed up for the pumpkin festival, and then I hurt my knee, and I had to miss it. So now I'm so afraid to sign up for it again and miss it because you don't get your money back, which is a real bummer. You know, if it's medical, I would think you should get it back, but you know, especially since I know they filled my spot. So I'm kind of torn as to what to do. Okay, so I'm going to add, I think I'm going to add like a touch of blue. Just to the very tip of this. Give it a little bit of an accent. I got a little bit too much. That's why I'm trying to. Like I said, it's only going to be one layer though. So, like I said, it's you know, some's going to burn out. But you know, it never fails. If it's one you don't like, that's the one that's not going to burn out. Oh gosh, not the way. It's like, well, I thought that color would burn out, but put a little bit of yellow on here. Whoops, there we go. Now this yellow here is just a soft yellow that I made mixing This is bright, or no, this is intense yellow. And I added intense yellow white to make this, I call it just soft yellow. And then I'm going to add a little bit more green. So I've got, as you can see, I've got quite a bit of coats on here. Green likes to burn brown, so there we go. I hope I have enough time to finish this video. I have to watch the clock. I'm going to take just a little bit of more of this light blue over here. You probably can't see me. And I'm going to just soften up this purple because I really don't want these flowers too purplish. Of course, you know, it should burn out, but like I said, you never know. So I'm going to try to soften it up just a little bit. Add just a touch of white. I think I'm going to add some maybe orange in the center. Maybe some dark blue. No, I don't know. I think I'm going to do some orange in the center. This is I think this is bright orange. Just going to add yellow. Whoops, so that's kind of runny. I was going to add yellow, but with the yellow background, I don't want any more yellow. Okay, and then the next one, we're going to take that pink. I'm going to add just a little bit of water to it. And let's see. Just going to, oops, I don't want too much water. Can't wait to see this fired. I don't have anything. I fired everything in our studio at work, so I'm going to have to glaze a bunch more stuff so I can get it fired quick. I had so much to fire with all the students. They were really prolific this session. Let's see, then I need, let's see, let's put one here. Let's bring this over here. Now, I know I want 3 coats of this. Well, I'm putting it on thick though. Hopefully I mixed up enough here. Now when you're done glazing, I can see a chunk here. You don't want chunks, because when you go to put the clear over it, those chunks are going to stick through. Okay, and you have like a, it'll dry like matte because it's come through the clear. This brush here is almost a little too thick or too soft. It's not picking up my. Let's see here. Okay, so I think I'm gonna set this brush aside and take out this brush that's stiffer and try to put this together. Try to make it in a pile so I can get a little more out of this, because I do want to add another coat on there. And I don't want to have to mix up any more, because I know I won't come up with the exact same color. Not that that really matters, because I often mix them up anyway. And I'm putting it on pretty thick too, so. You guys working in your studio today? There we go. Right. So yeah, so I won't fire this before I add a glaze to it, a clear glaze. I will let it dry and then I will put the clear glaze on it when it's dry, with a nice soft fan brush by Amaco. So get yourself a fan brush if you want to apply a nice thin or nice smooth layer. Here is the brush I use. It's all dirtied up now though. It's a Amaco Soft Fan number 8. But see how thick it is? Not one of those with 10 bristles in it. Right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, so there we are so far. Now I'm going to add the, let's see, I'm going to add the yellow. Alrighty, I'm back. You didn't even know I left, did you? You can tell I got different clothes on. Hair's back. So, I didn't realize what time it was when I went to paint the, I think I was ready to do some yellow or some orange. And my husband's like, it's 4 o'clock. It's time to go to the party. And I lost track of time painting. So I had to turn the video off. Let me turn his heater off. Oh, goodness sakes. I got the little heater on. Let me turn the heat off in the house because it was so warm. And wait a minute. Now my feet are out of my shoes. My feet were cold, so I turned a little heater on. Anyway, so I had to turn the video off and go to the party. And then by the time I got home, it was so late. And now I'm back to doing it today. But I was, when I turned it on at around 3, to continue the video, I forgot that I was involved in this 3 o'clock webinar, painting webinar, with Nancy Medina, or Medina. It's Medina. She's really a good painter. So I took one of her quick classes, and I'm back. But I'm looking at this paint. I'm going to lower you down because you're probably like, let's get on with it, Lisa. You can see it's still raining outside, so the weather is still the same. I'm hoping. I mean, we needed some rain, but I'm hoping that hoping it stops soon. So, because I've got my seeds came. I was looking at those. Where'd those go? I have gourd seeds. Look, oh God, I know some people are probably like, "Come on, Lisa," but I got my seeds from Burpee Seed Company. Real quick. I know I'm right in the middle of. For you guys, I'm right in the middle of the thing, middle of the painting. But it's a nice little break, right? So I've got these gourd. I've got heirloom gourd seeds, a large bottle and a small fancy ones. I saw someone paint these, and I used to paint gourds years ago. I mean, I'm 63, and gosh, I was in my 20s, I think. I was painting gourd birdhouses, and I guess it's coming back. So anyway, so I ordered me some little gourds, little fancy gourds and stuff. So I'm gonna grow those this summer, and then I think, I don't know I can't remember how long it takes to dry them, but anyway, that's another project. So in the fall, I'll be painting gourds. Who knows what they'll be? They could be birdhouses. Oh, let me, they're sliding off the thing here. Let's get this set up again. So, why is this not behaving? There we go. Okay. That right? That right? Okay, that looks pretty good. Yes, I can't remember how long it takes to paint those. I mean, dry those. Anyway, so I'm looking at this yellow, and it is really yellow. I know I'm not going to be as happy with this as I was hoping to be lighter, but now that it's drying, I can see it's kind of. So if I spray paint this, I'm spray painting. Jeez, my husband walked through. I lost my train of thought. So if you spray with water, you can see. Okay, that's how it's going to fire. And that's way more really yellow than what I want, but we'll make it work. Let's see here. I had a nice soft brush yesterday. I think this will be good enough. This is that Master's Touch round. I gotta make sure I don't dip it into my Diet Coke here. Gosh, I love Diet Coke. Are you Coke fans, Pepsi fans? Some people don't even drink pop. I call it pop. Some people call it soda. I've always called it pop. Anyway, so you can spray it with water, and that'll give you a pretty good idea of what the colors are going to turn out like. So I've got some orange over here. I had to respray my palette of the glazes that I made and mixed. Let's see if I can't really fit all this on here. Could move the camera back a little bit, but then you can't see as well, can you? Not my luck, the thing will fall off. Hold on, let me move this back. Okay, don't want to get this all over my coat. Of course, this is an old, well, it wasn't an old coat until Charlie chewed up the zipper. Sorry, I'm unorganized, aren't I? Okay, let's see here. Sorry about the interruption. But life happens, doesn't it? Yeah, I've got a little, see, I got the little pin there. This is actually a nice coat until Charlie chewed the zipper up. Charlie is my dog, if you're just tuning in. Oh, he's such a bad boy sometimes. he gets mad at me, I guess, and he goes in my bedroom and chews things up of mine. So now we have a gate in my bedroom, so he can't get in there because he's a bad boy. Charlie is I can't remember if I showed him at the beginning of the video or not. Probably not. He's my Pyrodoodle, Great Pyrenees and Doodle. I think I told you that he's not supposed to shed, but he sheds like crazy. Trying to decide where to put some of these flowers. I also went and brushed off, you can see some of these little white dots. I went through with my fingernail and scraped off all the high points, so I did not have any bumps, you know. Let's see. I will go back over these. I really don't care if these burn out a little bit, but I added some white to the orange, so which makes it kind of opaque, which means you won't be able to see the yellow underneath. This painting course I just took was talking about acrylic painting and how she likes to buy, she likes to mainly use transparent paints. And it should tell you on the tubes or the jars, you know, what they are. But if you take a brush stroke and brush them out, let it dry over the top of print or something, you should be able to tell whether they're transparent. But when they're transparent, you know, you can see the underlayers underneath, and that just enhances your painting and the details, and it kind of locks the painting all together, locks all the colors in together. It was really good, good webinar. I actually turned it off a little early because my son's supposed to come over for dinner. Of course, I don't know if he will or not for sure, but I thought, gosh, if I watch the whole thing, I could be in the middle of the video and have to stop it again, because if he comes over, he could be here by 4:30, and so hopefully I get this done before he shows up, if he shows up. You know, kids are. You never know. I'm trying to think. I got 2 here, 3, 1. Trying to think about. I'm going to put some words in here. And so I'm trying to think about where I want the words. And I don't like to do anything in even numbers. I like to do things in odd numbers. So, and so these are going to be kind of like orange flowers, but I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet. But I want to put some yellow. I'll have to get a really fine, let's see here. I think I got a pretty fine brush here. Boy, this thing's old. I hope this will work. This is a really fine paintbrush to put yellow centers in there. I think that's good. I got 3, 3, 2, and 2. Maybe I'll put one up here. I don't really want them all to match, but like even in underglaze painting, it's kind of nice to be able to see the colors underneath. The problem with the underglaze painting, though, as I was talking about before, is if you don't have your 3 layers and you're high firing, there's a good chance they'll burn out. If you're low firing, you get all the benefits of all the beautiful colors that you can get. So I'm going to use the soft yellow here, and I'm going to, I sprayed them down with a little bit more water because I want them to flow a little bit better. The reason I like to put them in here, though, to begin with, is so that they will dry up a little bit and the pigment will become more concentrated. So I'm just going to add some little centers in here. They look a little different in my painting, but I can't. If I had I do have squeeze bottles with tips on them. I could, but I don't think I have them fine enough for this. I mean, I've got it with fine tips, but I don't think the underglazes would go through it. I think the grains would clog it up. Although I have seen some pretty detailed painting, would probably be the best bet is to carve through this orange color and down to the yellow color beneath. But you know, which you can do too. But the chances of me carving straight through to the white plate is probably what I would do. That would be my luck, right? So, but anyway, so we were invited to this St. Patrick's Day party last night, and it was really nice. It was very nice. Got to see my husband's side of the family, and that's always good. It's nice to be with family. I'm going to take just a little bit here. And we have a camera. We locked Charlie up in my bedroom. And we have these Blink cameras. They're so nice. You can get them off of Amazon. They're just battery operated. You can set them wherever you want. You can move them around. And so if you've got a baby or a dog or something like that you want to keep an eye on when you're gone, they're perfect. So we can keep an eye on him and make sure he's not destroying my bedroom. He seems to be getting better with us leaving, though. We have to kind of trick him to get him in there because he's so big. He's, like I said, he's about 80 pounds, and so if he doesn't want to go somewhere, it's pretty hard to get him to go. We try to drag him, but he pulls out of his collar. He's going to the vet on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, to be neutered. Poor boy. So I'll be a worrying mother until he gets back. I always worry about him when they have to go to the vet like that and have surgery. We lost one of our little Yorkies that way. They assured me she was going to be fine, and she died on the operating table. That was not a good day. That was my little female Yorkie. We called her little Chloe Bear, and that was a hard day. So I was worried when I had to drop him off at the vet for anything, especially him. He's such a big boy. So okay, so we've got this is the yellow, and I'm trying to think if I want to do any other colors. I think I'm done with the underglaze part. It'll be interesting to see. I'm really not liking this yellow that you can see on here, but I'm just hoping it doesn't get too bright. Remember, I added yellow or white to it to tone it down, but I'm wishing now I had added a lot more white. I'm rinsing my brush out. If you hear that slushing around, I didn't just jump in the bathtub or anything. Okay, now this is my downfall, is outlining. Gosh, every time I do an acrylic painting, I just want to outline it, and you really, well, I mean, some of them look good with the black outline, but some of them are better off just, let go. Just leave it alone. Okay, so I'm going to test out my black here. This is my, oops, I got paint on there. This is a Zyme, you can't read it anymore, Zyme applicator bottle. Gosh, I got underglaze all over me. Gosh. It's XIEM tools. It's a, they have them in red and blue. The blue's a little bit bigger, but I got man hands. Got my dad's hands. So I like the big bottle, but they do have a red one that's smaller. And this is a number 20 tip on it. It's the yellow one. But when you buy this, you get all the tips in there. It comes all together. Like I said, this is a Zyme, and I love it. Now, you can just get a little $2 squeeze bottle and do that too. I feel like I've got more control with this, but it takes getting used to. I mean, I'm going to say this. And since I am not going to bisque fire this again before I put the liner on, you have to be careful that when you're adding the liner on, you're constantly pulling away from you, or you can pull it sideways, but you don't want to go this way because the tip's going to fill up with the underglaze, and then you're going to really clog it up. Also, I have Amaco Velvet Jet Black Underglaze in here. And when you're filling this up, you want to add a little bit of water to it, and not a lot. And if you turn it upside down and it drips out, can't really see that. If it drips out, you've added too much water. Oh, look at mine dripping out a little bit. Look at that, but not too much. It's not too bad. See how the drips are staying together. I just lied, didn't I? No, I didn't lie. If it runs out, you've added too much water. If it keeps clogging, you need to add a little more water. So it's really a happy medium. If it continues to clog, you're going to want to run it through a sieve or like cheesecloth. I've got this thing here, which is I got from Clayscapes Pottery. It's a number 60 mesh. This will fit right in top of a glaze jar. What I do is if this starts clogging up, I'll dump this through here into a jar beneath a cup, and then I will wash this out with water and then suck this back up. Take the tip off and just stick it down there and suck it back up in here. So I love that thing. So anyway, so let's see what we got here. I hope you guys can see okay. When it starts getting dark, my studio really doesn't have very good light. I say do the easy parts first. Make sure your tip's working really well. Don't worry about being perfect. Some people really like the broken lines. Yeah, like I just squeeze it out over here. You can see that. There you go. So don't worry. Well, I waste a lot when I'm cleaning it out constantly, but that's okay. I don't mind that. It's hard to go around in circles. They usually will clog up, so. So that looks pretty good. Let's see here. If you mess up, chances are nobody's going to notice but you. But we're all so hard on ourselves of our own artwork. And I am extremely guilty of that. There's so many pieces of pottery I got sitting at our rec center where I teach that I just get so mad at myself when it doesn't turn out the way I want it to. And then I don't even feel like bringing it home. Isn't it? I mean, doesn't it get so frustrating, doesn't it? And it looks fine, you know, sometimes. Although I made these bowls, and I think 4 cracked out of the 8. And I'm thinking now it might be the clay I used. I used a different clay this time. I used Kentucky Mudworks Tony Beaver Cone 6. And I don't know, I'm just wondering if, whoops, I can clean that out a little bit. If it was the clay. I've never had such a low success rate on bowls. I mean, my goodness, it's kind of crazy. So, and it's weird that the S-crack didn't come all the way through, and S-cracks will usually cause big uneven drying, where the outside rim is drying before the bottom. But I cover mine with, I wire them off and cover them with plastic, and don't usually have too many problems with that. So yeah, needless to say, I was pretty disgusted with myself. Okay, let's see here. I ordered some really cool stamps from Vermont, the Vermont Pottery Works. I think that's the name of it. Oh my gosh, I hadn't heard of them before, and I guess they popped up on. See how I'm going side to side like that? That's because I don't want to go around and then come up and push this glaze into the tip. So that's why when you see the circles, sometimes I'll go all the way around, but not very often. But this Vermont Pottery Works, she's got some beautiful stamps. Oh my goodness, and rolling pins, and I could have spent a ton of money. There's this one that has the bottom for your mug, the imprint of the flower on the bottom, and then a neat shape, and then it's got the imprint for the sides, all on one wood panel. And so I ordered one of those. It's not cheap, but it's, it's quality, and you're buying from a, a small business, which is wonderful. And I mean, it's expensive, but it's, it's a lot of work to make those. So it's worth it. So, okay, so I've got that outline. Let me show you a close-up. Let me back it up just a little bit. But see, there's the flowers. Just simple simple flowers. So I'm going to put, anytime it clogs, I just squeeze it out on here. A couple little dots here. You know, I like the dots, even in my acrylic painting or anything. I've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plates to do. I don't think I'm going to do them all like this. I want to do some with goldfish in the bottom, because I want to do some for myself to keep. I never do that, so let's see. I'm going to write some words here. I think words are the hardest thing. I'm going to write the word hope. Because we all need hope, don't we? I can see the word hope there. I have to remember to flip the camera. Although a couple times it hasn't spin the right way. So let's see. Let's put the word faith. Let's put faith over here. Although faith is a shorter word, so I think. I know. Am I making you dizzy? I think I'm going to put. I think I'm going to put faith right here. I'm being brave not to draw these out first, aren't I? Hope they fit. This one is going to be love. I want to sing that one song. All you need is love. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum. But ever since I had throat surgery, I can't sing a lick. Not that I was that great anyway, but now it's really bad. Okay, so let's see. I think I'm going to put believe in here. I can already tell you I'm running out of space for this word. There we go. It's going on a little wet, so I don't want to. I'll hold it up when I'm done. I do have just a touch too much water in here. Which is weird because it's been perfect, so I'm not sure why you get more water after something's been sitting for a while, but it should be the opposite. It should have dried up. Let's see. I'm tempted to put something inside these little things here, but let's see. Trying to think. I think I'm going to do thankful here. Hope you can read these. I was doing this once on a painting, and then I realized I had spelled it wrong. I was like, oh, jeez. But at least with acrylic, it's easy just to go over. Of course, this you can just erase, but there we go. Thankful. I think I put blessed. I'll put blessed over here. P-L-E-S-S-E-D. Yeah, I think that should fit. I think it should fit. Make sure my pen isn't clogged. That S is going to be tricky. Yeah, I don't like those. Don't like those. I'm going to try to clean it up a little bit, but yeah, I do have a little too much water in here. See how thick it's coming out? It's not what I really want, but it'll be okay. At least it's not clogging up every 5 seconds. That can be just as bad. Okay, so I think I've got a lot of words in here. I've got a couple more spots here I want to add words to. I'll hold that up so you can kind of see that. I've got a word I'd like to use as friendship, but I don't. That's not going to fit in there. Let's see, F-R-I-E-N-D-S. Who? I don't know. I think I'm going to put pray here. That could be kind of a controversial word, believe it or not, but I'm going to put it in here anyway. If somebody doesn't like it, they don't have to buy my plate, right? And one more word. I did believe. Let's see. Maybe I'll just do flowers. Let's see, F-L-O-W-E-R-S. I'll start way over here. Maybe I'll just do flower. I think I'll just do flower. I could squeeze the S, but I don't know if I want to or not. Oh, there's that. Oh, gosh. Sorry. Shh. Honey, it's okay. Gosh. I hope that didn't just give you a heart attack. He heard it. He heard something. I don't know what he heard. So this is supposed to be pink, and I'm so tempted to add something in there, but I think there's enough lettering and there's enough going on, and I'd spray it for you to show you the colors, but I'm afraid this would run. The underglaze wouldn't, but the black liner probably would run. So I think that's it. I can't decide if I want to add any more dots. In my painting, I have dots, but it's like, Lisa, put the applicator down. Okay. I think I'm done with that, and I don't know how it's going to turn out, but there it is. So what I will do is, see, so you can see. Can you see the whole thing? Let me try to lift this up without the phone popping out. Oh, there we go. Okay. There we go. So as soon as I get this fired, well, as soon as this is dry, I'm going to add 2 coats of a clear glaze. I'll probably use the HF9, Amaco HF9 cone 5/6, and I'll just gently brush 2 layers of clear over here, and then I will fire it to cone 5 with a 20-minute hold, and that should be about a 5.5 cone, and I will let you know how it turns out. I'm not liking this real bright yellow. I'm really afraid this is going to turn out really yellow, but we'll see. I would like it to stay just this color. I kind of wish I'd have done it even lighter than this, but like I said, it's tough with the underglazes because if you don't add the 3 coats, it could burn out. And but if I do another one, I will add much more white to the yellow. So anyway, thank you for watching. I sure appreciate it. Hope you like the channel. I am not one of those potters who have videos every single day. Sometimes I have to just delete those people. I just can't, like, you know, I don't want my inbox stuffed with, you know, constant videos. How do you guys feel about that? I mean, I know that's how you probably get really popular, is have a video every single day, but I just don't have enough interesting content, I don't think, for every single day, even if it's, you know, 5-second scenes or 5 minutes. I don't know. It just doesn't appeal to me. So I'm not one of those people who are going to bomb your inbox with it. But if you like the channel, please subscribe and please share. That helps me a lot. It helps me because, you know, the only way you can get new followers is for people to share and kind of notice your work. And so I appreciate that. And oh, you guys have been so good to me. Oh, my fans are so sweet. Trying to think what else. Oh, I've got some, like I said, that's what I'm going to do, an unboxing when I get the Vermont pottery stuff. But if you have a chance to check her out, she has some beautiful stamps, wooden stamps and rollers and very unique things that I haven't seen, you know. And I don't think she's Etsy. It might be Shopify. But just if you just type in Vermont Pottery Works, you'll find her. I checked her out on Instagram. That's where I found her. And I've got some acrylic painting that I was going to do. So we will see. I've got some things coming up. Hopefully they'll be exciting. I'm going to probably do another video on painting another plate. Anyway, I got some things in store. So anyway, have a great day and thanks for watching. And I will see you next time.